Hey guys, welcome back after a really interesting match between V0lta and Feign. We saw there V0lta bringing the same team that PL did a little bit earlier, only bringing the Scimitar instead of the Etana because they're not quite as cool as PL are. And then we had a all-Amar style Purity of the Throne team from Feign. V0lta, what did you think of the Amar team there?
I'm a secret fan of Navy Apox because I think they're really cool. I think I think they're underutilized. They have a tracking bonus. They have an optimal range bonus. They're pretty much an Amar version of the TFI. I mean, those Mega Pulse lasers can track really well. EM and thermal gonna hurt against shield, and they can project 60 kilometers, and they have a great tank. So I mean, the Amar setup overall was a questionable choice, but I like the Navy Apox. I'm a secret fan, I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe a Z-Kill guide, the Apox soon?
They lack utility though.
Yeah, they lack utility.
That's the only kind of downer on that. Really.
But the Z-Kill guide, that's gonna be the V0lta is coming next week. So I'll make sure I get that one out there.
Truly shameless plug right there.
Hey, I'm here. So.
What did you think of the V0lta team there? That's only the second time we've seen this team. Again, we saw it from PL earlier. What do you like about the team? What do you think that makes it so that two of the top teams we're predicting this year have brought this comp?
Well, I mean, the ATXIV kind of setup is a very nice one if you know what you're doing with it. All you have to do is tackle the small stuff on your opposing team, and in this case it was Deacons, the Logi Frigs. Once they're pinned down, an ATXIV will have no trouble just blapping straight through, and that's exactly what happened here. A team like V0lta would have no problem flying that sort of doctrine effectively at all, and they did it flawlessly.
One of the things I think we see from the top teams is that they really focus on having ships with T2 tank or ships with resist bonuses. It just makes you so much more survivable and avoiding ships as well, like T1 battlecruisers or even Navy battlecruisers, even though they do have that more HP, because T2 tanks are just so much more survivable. Either you're big and you have the big resists, or you're small and you can mitigate through that SIG tank. So coming up next, we actually have, looks like it's going to be a band apart. Rix, Javix, Noted Eve Creatives Alliance against V0lta Accords, who are the guys with the flag Mac. I think that's going to be a really interesting match. I think pretty close in terms of team skill from what we've seen so far. It should be really well fought. I'm really excited for that. Why don't you tell us who your pick is there, ABA versus V0lta?
Ooh, I don't know. I would say they're kind of arch nemesis in terms of each other, but I'm gonna go with V0lta Federation.
Okay, V0lta Federation. Rocket, what about you?
I'm going to go with a band apart, purely because I want to see how the hell he would fit a flag Mac.
Okay, so this is our penultimate match we're doing for you guys today. After this, will be showing 4-4 Alliance Not Found versus Snuffed Out, which should be a pretty cool match too. Two of the more underdogs of this tournament still duking it out through the winners bracket. It's going to be pretty darn cool. We are getting towards the end of the day, so it's worth, again, thanking our sponsors at eve-bet.com. Make sure you get your bets in for tomorrow. Massive thanks to CCP Games. Massive thanks to all the guys, both who appeared on camera and off, Nash and Bio for organising, Biohazard especially for just running everything in the universe, it seems.
Seemingly, yeah.
And thank you all guys for watching. Massive stream numbers. I think Nash was expecting 1.5, 2K maybe today.
Yeah.
We blasted past 6K. Make sure you hit that follow button so you are aware of the 38 hours of content a week we put on the show. Remember to come to my AT party in 2 weeks' time on Sunday. Can't get away without plugging that.
I'll be there, right?
Yes, mate. Bring all of Wrecking Crew along as well. But yeah, so ABA versus V0lta Accords. I'm going to go into my little spreadsheet here and have a look at what they brought last time. So last time, V0lta Accords brought double Macarial, Scimitar, Hurricane Fleet, Cerberus, double Moa, they're our Moa team, Hound, Vigil, Cruor. And then if I have a little look at ABA, they brought a double Astarte, Armageddon, Neros, Ashamu, Svipple, double Confessor, double Cruor team. So if you can remember all the words I just said,
yes, I remember.
What do you think in terms of team composition for these two teams? Do either of those teams speak to you, reverberate with your heartstrings? Do you like either of those teams particularly?
I think the ABA is more of a standard comp we've been seeing. Lots of control, lots of battleships, quite a strong core. But V0lta, V0lta are bringing like the Macarials. I think Macarials are like the underdog faction battleship, pirate battleship, because it's like it's rarely used, But when it is used, I mean, I think there was a Exodus versus, I think it was Ronin, AT13, where a Machariel survived in the Slitherer structure because one of the hero griffins from Exodus jammed the Vindicator.
Yes, I remember that.
That was amazing.
that
Very,
was,
very close fight, yeah.
Rocket, what's your thought on bringing the mowers? They're the only team that have really fielded mowers today, really getting the most of that little T1 cruiser hull, 5 points apiece. Most people seem to be going for assault frigates or T3 cruisers, or even dropping the points down into the T1 frigates. What's your opinion on the mower? I mean, explain to us what the mower is and what the hull bonuses are.
Well,
and such.
I think the mower still has a resistance bonus,
It has
but,
resistance
so it does have the
bonus,
resist bonus, but it is still a T1 hull, and especially if the two teams field the same kind of setups again, they're really going to struggle because their opponents are fielding T2, T3 resistance-based ships, and they're going to be relying on T1 hulls, which may not cut it for this.
Okay. So we are actually going to go to the holding card at the moment. We're having some technical difficulties, I believe, but we will be back with you as soon as we possibly can. See you in a bit, guys.